Hi there.
Hello.
Okay, let's start then. Make sure your shoulders are viewable right up to here. Yeah,
My
otherwise
laptop hinges are not working well. So,
it kind of folds back.
yes, yes.
You have
After some time, it's uh, folds back.
to hold it with a book or something. And all right, so let's begin. Today we're going to do a speech topic. I want you to tell me why we do speech.
So we in speeches we have a topic and uh, we have to uh, enlighten public, or we have to give our thought on that topic. So what we think about certain topics, certain issues, and that is our perspective. That is our perspective, how we think about particular topic. So that's the speech. uh, or anyway, if we want to convince anyone, uh, on any topic, at that time we give speech. In the speech we have we have our thoughts should be clear, and we the audience should uh, the audience should get what we are trying to say. Uh, so that's important, and speech is useful uh, to to convince someone with our thoughts.
Great. So that's a fantastic thought about speech. It also improves your fluency level, pronunciation, coherence, and all the other things which are very important in our speaking of any type. So I'm going to let you choose a speaking topic. If I like it, then of course we go proceed with it. Otherwise, we can change it according to me. So, what do you think? What kind of speech topic would be most interesting for you today?
And anything, if you have a uh, list of topic, and choose any. If you want to give me, then you can give me any topic. I'll try to give speech on that.
Well, I'm not going to make it very easy for you. I'm going to give you a speech topic right off my hand, right off my brain, actually. So, let's talk about uh, that little bad topic, politics.
Okay, cool.
Fine.
Fine.
You think you can do that?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, definitely. I'll try to.
Okay, your topic is politics. You can start now.
Okay. So, politics, uh, politics is in human nature. So, if you are doing, if at from early stage we start doing politics, and if you're talking in terms of whole larger display, that democracy and politics, elections, that is one thing of politics. But if you are choosing, if in daily life you are doing something, you are giving preference to someone, then you are also doing politics in that scenario also. So uh, uh, I think I will discuss this kind of politics after, if uh, I'll talk about larger, that democracy and politics, all those things first, and after that, if we have time, then I'll talk about uh, in general politics. So politics is in our nature, and we do politics at every time, every stage of life. So now I'm talking about Indian politics. So am I going to discuss about Indian politics, or what I
Any,
think about politics?
you can just talk about politics in general. You can even go into Indian politics. It's fine. Just keep
Okay,
on talking.
okay,
Yes.
okay, cool. So, uh, so politics is in is. politics is uh, well, we actually we do politics in everything, uh, because that is part of our life. Politics is our part of life. If someone says I hate politics, then that's not he actually don't understand the meaning of politics at all. So maybe he hate politics in governance or anything, but surely he don't know clear meaning of politics. So uh, in daily life we do politics, and we give preference to someone, or we listen to someone more. Uh, we listen someone we give preference to to whom we follow and all these things. So so uh, if uh, so the politics which every family, or in every house, every family, every home, there is a politics. So what the nature of politics the children gets, slowly he as soon as he evolved, or he his age is he he's getting adult. So that politics uh, goes in his way, and from that his views on politics uh, are creates. So what I think that if anyone who is uh, left wing, right wing, or someone is in middle of both the wings, so that's the thing he got either from uh, his home culture, or either from he reads some books, or he reads such material that propagate his thoughts. So uh, I think that's the politics is way of life. What I say, that if someone thinks that uh, uh, politics is uh, not too good at all, or we don't we if someone says a student need to focus on study, they don't need to focus on politics, then I think that's totally wrong thing. Because in every stage of life you need to do politics, and you need to do clean politics. That politics will help everyone at that stage. Because from childhood, you there is rights, and uh, every person at any stage of his life, the adult, child, uh, uh, or, or he is uh, retired person. So every stage of life there is so what is called rights, and another thing is I just forget. Everyone has right and kar, uh, adhikar and kartavya. So what is in English?
That's just called,
Responsibility.
sorry,
Rights and
yeah, rights
right
and
and responsibility. Rights. So every stage of life, everyone has rights and responsibility. So if anyone is at teenager age, and some ragging is happen at his school, so he need to do take he need to take a tough stand, and he need to do complaint, or agitate, or he need to do focus on that issue, and from there the politics start. So I think in every school there should be a political science subject should be there, and we need to teach our children only from childhood age. There is certain things, and you need to take a stand on those things. And after that after the college or university, he knows that he has some responsibility and some rights. And if we start propagate those things at early age, then that will helpful to evolve society more mature. Because in our society, I saw so many adult more than 40 or 30 age, they don't know what is the what is the duties of MLAs, MPs, or some governing some uh, uh, officers which are in government. So they don't know, they they mess in their thought only. So they don't know about various industrial laws and all those stuff. So I think that we need to focus on uh, politics at every stage of life, because that's the thing that give you a sense of uh, responsibility and responsibility and rights. What is your rights and how you can achieve them, because we because in previous era we live we lived in kingdom style of uh, uh, governing, but after that we have democracy, and now we we govern on a constitution, and there is so much of laws and regulations and responsibilities and uh, rights, and we need to know that, and that is and that the thing will those things are very important in everyone's life, what I think. And if you want to live peaceful, then the you should know the politics properly, and who is doing what, and you need to focus on development, education, health, all those type, who is doing politics on those issues. That's the most important thing. Other than, there is so much of uh, virtual issues, such as uh, linguistic uh, linguistic, religious, linguistic, regional politics is there. So I think that those are virtual issue, and uh, public more but I think public are not that much of mature to sense those things, and they just flows with such type of politics. So I think in particularly India, we need to uh, create such a citizen who are more aware about politics, and what the main issues, issues will affect to them, or the generation will come, or the generation that will come that will incoming generation. Those issues must be resolved as early as possible. So I think that we need to do more, we need to more mature in politics, if we want to live in democracy, and we should know our rights and responsibility very well.
That's nice, but you could have said we need to have more mature politics. You just said we need to more mature politics. So we need to have more mature politics is kind of right.
Right, right.
One more thing I noticed, you said linguistic, and linguistic three times, confirming you do not know the word. The word is actually linguistic. So you can write that down and learn that on your own. And its pronunciation is linguistic. Its spelling is also linguistic, Linguistic.
Right.
Linguistic, okay, not linguistic. You can say language as the normal word,
Okay.
but in that particular scenario, you wanted to say linguistic only. So you should have said linguistic. Other than that, the speech was fantastic. And I tell you, if a kid doesn't know what is politics, listening to your speech, that child will definitely know what is politics. You're right, politics is in our blood. That's why you said that. Okay, that sounds good, but I did not want you to stop. I wanted you to continue. So I'm going to give you one more topic. And this one is going to be on food and culture.
So food and culture. Okay.
Fine.
I'm not much foodie, and okay, I'll try to give my thoughts. thoughts on food and culture. So, uh, food is important aspect in culture. So any culture that thrives, so any culture, food is main part of that culture. If you in India, if you think about Gujarat, then there is a dhokla is in your mind. If you think about Maharashtra, then there is Puran Poli. If you think about uh, Bengal, then the fish curry is in your mind. If you think about South India's state, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, so you think that dosa and idli. So food is important part of culture. Any culture uh, leaves and the impression that gives the I think two most important things are there in any culture. First is language, and second is food, and I think third is the the wearing style. So what, how they appear, how they appears. So these three things are main, and food is also one of the main thing in any culture. So I think uh, if in Maharashtra we have Puram Poli, and we know that this in any festivals or any auspicious moment, we made Puram Poli, and we make Puram Poli, and so many relatives come home and we serve them those things. So I think that in Gujarat also same thing happens. The main food which, because I haven't gone anywhere. I don't know how they uh, if any relative comes, any relative come that in their home, how they. But I think in Maharashtra and also the same thing will happen. Same thing happens in other state also. If any relative come, then the food is main part of any culture, and they uh, give those. They uh, serve food. Uh, so I think I I I don't have so much of uh, thought to give on food and culture. Any
That's all
other
right.
topic?
Yeah, in our country, food and culture go hand in hand, and every culture has their own type of food
Yes,
clearly
right.
represented. So, Gujaratis have, of course, dokla, which is very popular, but their main food comprises of salt and sugar both. Whereas in the rest of India, you won't find salt and sugar both in the same food, whether it's a vegetable portion or lentils or anything. They put both salt and sugar in it, a little bit of mixture in it. So it's a different kind of taste. That's right. Okay, so food and culture was a little bit less. What about you? Do you have any particular speech topic at the moment which you think might be best for you? Do you have any speech topic that you had prepared earlier or you had thought of speaking on once?
Yeah,
You can.
last time I speak on reservation. What I think on reservation. So that's more complicated topic, but I'll think I'll talk on that. So the reservation system in India, and is there need of these, or why firstly introduce reservation in India. So I'm going to talk about that. So uh, in earlier that in the the main way of living is farming, and the soldiers which are in any soldiers which are used to work for any king. So after uh, when we have caste system in India, we have uh, many thousand or 2,000 years of caste system, and because of that hierarchy, there is some layer of some layer of people or some layer of caste hadn't uh, got opportunity uh, to enhance their lifestyle or to 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 uh, to come in mainstream life. So after Britishers rules, the India before Britishers, India is not a country at all. India is a region of small kings. So there are more than 1,000 kings are here, and Britishers came and they attack all of those kings, and they found British India, British Pan India. So under one rule. So the sense of India is coming after Britishers come. Before that, there is nothing like India. There are kings, and India is parts. India has small parts, and small kingdoms are there. So when Britishers came, we in first uh, freedom struggle that it happens in 1857. We got to know that uh, we there are we got the sense of nationality after Britishers came, and they did various cruel things to people. So we got some sense of nationality at that time, and we know that in anyone who is living in Maharashtra, at the time there is no Maharashtra, but in Deccan, or anyone who is living in Delhi side, both are same because both are governed by same ruler. Those are Britishers, and so they find some connection in between them, that we are governed by same, and that's why we have a nationality, and we are some we are Indian. At that time, no India, but we are Indian. So after that, in such situation, there is a caste system, and only some upper layer of caste, those have rights to education, rights to right education rights for them only, and the all because there at that time there were only farming, and government servants are there only. So in government servant there are only upper caste uh, uh, upper caste persons are only in government jobs, and in farming also upper caste, example in Rajasthan there are Rajput, in Maharashtra Marathas, they are all upper caste, and they hold land, so they are landlord. So lower caste public, they don't have jobs and land also, so living is more difficult to them. So in 1902, first time in Maharashtra, uh, the the Maratha king, who is who is belongs to Maratha community, which is a landlord community, but he first time introduced a reservation system, and that reservation system is 50%. So in Maharashtra, there if any caste which other than upper caste, those caste will have 50% reservation in jobs, in government jobs, and all things, because when he did survey that 99%, 90 to 90% workers which are used to work in his kingdom as a government servant, as a British government servant, they all belongs to upper caste. So he thought that there is no chance of uh, there is no chance to come those people in mainstream life standard. So he thinks that he needs to do reservation. He needs to apply reservation, and he first time introduced reservation system and quota. And after that, reservation started. And before that, before that, the life standard of community is very low. After that, after reservation, they started uh, uh, they started come uh, they started coming in mainstream uh, life standard. When in 1932, in 1933, when India is near to get independent, at that time reservation, because in India more than 30 to 40% people are living, more than 70% people are living under caste, and in that 90% people are belongs to lower community only. So P.R. Ambedkar fights for another reason. He want that I don't want. I want another reason for lower community, and and for that he tried to convince Britishers that in India low community people are living in hell. So I want another reason for them, and to stop P.R. Ambedkar, Mahatma Gandhi went to fast, and so many days fast so many days of fast went in 1933, and after that there is Pune Pact in between Mahatma Gandhi and P.R. Ambedkar, that uh, in after if we get freedom, or in British India, uh, in pan India, lower community will get reservation because they are living in uh, uh, they are living in so much in harsh standard of life. So after that, in 1947 we got independence, and reservation introduced in our constitution. Uh, in first time when reservation introduced, reservation it said that in every 20 years we need to do we need to do some research that reservation did reservation has done is he has his impact or not. So but in after independence we did that first impact analysis in 1980, when Mandal Commission is there. Mandal Commission was there, and Mandal Commission said that after applying reservation also, those communities are not their community hadn't come. The Commission said that after in those 40 years, the lower community is still lagging in normal mainstream life. So Mandal Commission said that we need to introduce more thousand communities in the reservation. So in 1980s or 1980s or 82s, their Mandal Commission report is out, and they said that need to revise our reservation system, and need to introduce some more caste in that. And in those era, there so many agitation happened in India. Jay Prakash Narayan movement was there, and all Janata Party formation that happens in that era. And after that, Mandal Commission is applied, and we introduce more caste in that reservation system. And currently, more than 3,000 caste in OBC, more than 200 caste in SCNT, and there are so many caste in India which are living low standard of life. And the main reason of reservation is not economic ground. The main concern of reservation is social justice. If anyone who is so social representation is important in anybody's life. So if anyone become commissioner, and he's belong to lower caste, and someone tease him on his caste, then still he is economical stable, but socially he is not, because society not consider him as a uh, our level, so themselves level, means society doesn't feel that, society still feel that he is lower caste. So that's the main thing, that if if we need to abolish reservation, then we need to give social justice. So so nowadays, actually, I belongs to general community only. I general community only. But if I think in terms of economic and social justice, then still we are we know that if reservation help them to get a job, to give a better life, but still India has a caste system, and we still believe we still lagging in social justice. If someone become any higher position, then still we think that he belongs to that community, and those things we can easily say those things. So still we are lagging in social justice, and the main reason of reservation is social justice. So economical justice is not a soul of reservation. So unless and until we reach that social justice level, at that time, uh, we think of uh, uh, we think that reservation should abolish. But I think that I think that when social justice is given, at that time we can remove reservation. But in last 80 years, uh, we are giving reservation, and still we are not reaching to social justice. So giving reservation will help to gain social justice, or it only helping to gain economical justice. So that's also thing we need to think. That thing is also we have to think that in reservation giving that opportunity to uplift their social justice, and if not, if the reservation is not giving those things, then we think about another framework to uplift those as socially. What I think. So that's the what I think of reservation.
Hey, very well said. So that was fantastic. So tell me, what did you learn from these three speech output you gave today?
I think I learned a lot. You gave my mistakes where I did, and I definitely work on those things. And now slowly I am getting where I'm going wrong, and where should I have to take a pause, and where I need to do where I'm doing grammatical mistakes. And now nowadays I am correcting them. And if I practice these things, then I know that in one at I know that one day I'll speak uh, fluently if I did practice this thing, because I know
Fantastic.
that I'm improve slowly after uh, last 15 days.
Right, that's good. So let's say together, yes, I can make a speech in English.
Yes, I can make a speech in English.
Very good. Let's move on to our next one, which is grammar, of course. So I'm going to display it straight on your screen, and we go directly into the grammar part. Okay. Acting working slowly today. Okay, we are. Give it a second, and it will pop up. There's the window full screen, and it looks like it wants to open your work. I did that. No, thanks. Okay, let's go back. Right. Nope, not a new topic. We want to do, oh yeah, this is the one. And it's changed the screen. It really has a brain of its own.
Right.
That's fine. So I didn't ask you to make it black and white. I guess it's feeling kind of night. It's
Yes.
already sleepy mode or something.
Yes,
So
right.
today we're going to look at the past simple tense. Okay. And for us to look at the past simple tense, again, I'm going to need that thing, and it still remains the same as subject, verb, object, that same kind of situation. And I can roll it actually to make it look decent enough. Now, in this case, in the past simple tense, it's very easy to remember. Whether it is he, she, it, I, you, they, or we, you just put the verb, the same kind of verb to make the past simple tense. And it's called used to, okay? And
Okay.
the object can have anything like used to go somewhere, used to drive around, used to ride bicycles, used to swim, used to study or go to school, whatever. Okay.
Yes.
And the negative sentence, the negative sentence changes a little bit. So I'm going to actually write here. Those are the positive sentence. It's going to be the same thing. He, she, it, you, they, we. But the negative sentence, can you guess? It's
Didn't.
going to be something like that.
Yes,
Didn't,
didn't. Right.
yeah, there. Didn't,
Used to.
sorry, used to. The change is that we do not put D. We
Yes, right.
use to, because if you look carefully in used to, there is no already mention of past tense. So we make this verb itself past. But here we don't have to make use into past because we have already mentioned didn't, which means past. So that is the only thing you have to remember. The difference between the two of them. For the positive ones, you just say used to. For the negative ones, you say used to without the D. Okay,
Right.
and the same words can come in here, like drive, fly, or whatever else. And then there is also the question type. In the question type, the verb will come first, but what I'm saying is it will still be use, not used. So
Right.
just remember that in these are both the same, except in the positive there is used to. And even in our pronunciation as well as in writing, it's used to. You can see me saying, he used to ride a
Right.
bicycle. She used to swim every day. Aditya used to go to school. Now he's in college or something like that.
Right.
And then also the negative ones, they didn't used to drive themselves. So you can see they didn't used to. There is no used to. The sound is different. Okay,
Right.
so if you want, you can capture that. I don't think there's any need for that. It will come up later. Oh, it's disappeared from the screen. Let's go back. No, not here. We go straight to our grammar book. If you can find it, there it is. You can already see somebody riding a bike. So some mention of ride will come up. And you're going to read me this. So read this.
I used to. Past simple.
Yeah, I used to, and that is the past simple. That's what we're going to do today. Now, this is because a few years ago, this is because today. So tell
Right.
me what this says.
So because he used to ride a bicycle, now he rides a motorbike.
So whatever we say used to, it was done before. It is no longer being done, and we say used to. Okay,
Right.
read this.
Tense past simple. Use. Tell tells about activities regularly done in the past but not done now.
Exactly what I just said.
Right.
Okay, and here is a quick look at the positive ones, the negative one, and the question ones.
Right.
The difference is only the D. Okay, and of course the negative aspects and whatever else. So let's have some positive lines. Read me the first one.
I used to forward I used to forward bulk mails.
Bulk.
Now I bulk mails. I used to forward bulk mails. Now I have stopped doing that. We
As you can see, it is something already stopped. So that's when we use. Okay, next.
we used to ask for plastic bags at the mall. Now we carry a cloth bag.
Cloth bag.
Cloth.
This
Cloth.
is cloth, not cloth. Cloth will have E in it at the end. That is clothes. Okay. Clothes has a different meaning. Clothes means ready-made clothes or already stitched clothes. Cloth just means not stitched, just a cloth. Okay, not stitched one. So a cloth bag just means the material is cloth and it's a bag. But once it becomes a bag, it is a stitched one. Okay, so read this one.
We used to ask for plastic bags at the malls. Now we carry a cloth bag.
Yeah, good. Next.
You used to be lazy and obese. Now you are active and fit. My friends,
No, 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 hold it. Read that one again. You used to be lazy and obese.
obese.
Okay, read it.
Uh, you used to be lazy and obese. Now you are active and fit.
Perfect. Next.
My friends used to play cricket in childhood. They are very busy now.
You can see all of these situations are pointing to something was done but no longer is being done. Next.
Purav used to react aggressively. Now he is assertive.
Assertive. Yeah. Next.
Lara used to watch the news only in Hindi. Now she watches in English too.
Okay. Next.
A company a company used to have few clients. Now we have many.
It. Here's the negative. Read it.
In college I didn't used to speak to strangers. Now I make friends easily.
Next.
Supriya didn't used to wake up early. She wakes up early now.
So this one, although is not part of the sentence, which they are saying, which means that she doesn't wake up. She wakes up early now. So it's the exact opposite of what she was doing. Right. So here is the word order in the questions when we want to make sure what is the word order. This is how it will be. So read this first line, please.
Why did Mira used to get up so early?
That is the correct order of the words, not any other way. You cannot put Mira before did, you cannot put used to before that, or anything like that. This is the correct order. The question part, WH, the helping verb, then the subject comes first, and followed by used to, the first form of the verb, and anything else that you want to add as an object. Okay, so read the next one.
How often did they used to place bulk orders of our product?
Next.
Which movies did you used to like as a teenager?
Right. And the
Did
last
it
one.
did it used to come with free accessories?
No, accessories. Free accessories.
Accessories.
Accessories. Yeah,
Uh,
accessories.
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 Yeah,
Accessories.
that's the one. Last one, you got it. Last two.
Accessories.
Okay, so you can even write this word down and practice it. Accessories, accessories, accessories.
It is
See,
not accessories. I'm pronouncing all my
it's
life wrong.
accessories. But what you were saying just before was completely different. Accessories would be the best way to say pronounce it. Okay, alternative ways accessories as you are saying, but accessories is good enough.
Okay.
Okay,
Accessories. Right.
Yeah, the first pronunciation you gave, that one was completely different. So that would not be acceptable. Right. So you can note that as this is past simple, the present is always subject plus the first form of the verb, no other form of the verb. Get up, place, like, come, no change in the form of the verb. Okay, read these two lines also for me.
We used to procrastinate work. We did it on time now.
We do it.
Oh, sorry. We do it on time. We do it on time now.
Used to procrastinate. Used to procrastinate work. Okay. Now this one.
Mobile phones used to cost a lot. Now they cost less.
Okay, we're done. So you're going to do me the exercises there. Any questions in regards to this?
I don't have a question. I
Okay,
understand.
you understood it? You just
Yes, I
do the
understood.
exercise and then it will be better off. So let's say it to ourselves, yes, we can use grammar correctly every day.
Yes, yes, we can use grammar correctly every day.
Okay, that's very nice. So tell me, what did you learn in your grammar today?
I learn how to use used to, how to say something that someone is doing in past but no longer doing now. How can we easily say those things? I learned that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So let's look at our next part, which is business vocabulary. Okay, and we already have our own vocabulary. So we're going to take a look at that. These are all, actually, I would say these are very important vocabularies. They are also used in business purposes. So you can have a look at that, lavish, miser, etc. We will continue with this, but I am also going to bring you a step to a different side for the business vocabulary. First
I'm
of all,
not saying if you're
sorry,
I'm not saying anything.
oh, you
If you
cannot see anything?
yes yes I won't say anything. I'm not saying anything.
All right, yeah, I can't do that, so I got to make sure that the screen is visible again. Here, it is coming up now. That's a good thing you pointed out. So tell me why we do business vocabulary, why to learn vocabulary.
In business vocabulary is important in profess. If you are working or in profession that need to explain some word properly in businesses.
Always good to have more vocabulary, then you know you have a good command of the language.
Right.
Okay, there is a vocabulary on the screen. I just want you to, although those vocabularies are good, today we are focusing on business vocabulary, particularly meeting vocabularies. You attend meetings sometimes. So these vocabularies are part of the meetings. Read me this.
Agenda.
What does it
A,
mean?
a written schedule or list of topics for a meeting.
Right. Do you understand what that means?
I understand. The
Can you
list of
think of other words of agenda?
other word.
Okay, let me suggest it to you, like curriculum.
Yes,
Yes,
right. Curriculum. Right.
itinerary is another word. Okay, program can be another word for it. I think program is very popular in your computer terminology,
Right.
but this program is like a regular program.
Right. Right.
So here's a line with the word agenda. Can you read it for me?
The first item on the agenda is to make a brief statement of welcome.
Shows you how agenda can be used in meetings. So you can talk to anybody about a meeting and make sentences with agenda. Okay, can you make any other sentence with agenda?
It's the whole lot of things where we will cover from agenda.
Right. We will definitely follow our agenda in the meetings. Here's the next word, read it.
Apologies.
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 No, no, not apple. Apologies. A,
Apologies.
A like in EH. Okay. Write the pronunciation down, or I can actually write the pronunciation here. Oh, it won't let me write it here. Maybe I can write it here. Oh, we will change the word first. So its pronunciation would be a, like that,
Okay.
or like in the paw of a cat or a
Uh,
dog. A, paw, low, just like the word low, or even better, if you can cut the W sound, low, G's, like, oh, geez. So that is the correct pronunciation for it. Can you speak now?
Apologies.
Yeah, just practice that slowly. The word will join automatically. Your brain knows it's a single word, so it will join automatically. Apologies. Now, read me the meaning.
Item on an agenda for announcing people who are absent. Apology.
Apologies.
Apologies. Apologies for absence.
Absence. Any apologies for absence? Like there could be an item on agenda announcing that these people are absent, we apologize, or our apologies, or their apologies for being absent, but they couldn't make it to the meeting, etc., etc. It's always usually discussed. Here is a line. Read it.
The second item is apologies from board members and office holders unable to attend.
That's the
Second,
second item. What they're doing is giving apologies for those who could not attend. This one you're familiar with, I guess. Read it.
ballot,
Right. What does it mean?
a type of vote usually in writing and usually secret, a secret ballot.
Secret ballot. Line.
If the workers don't get a pay rise, they they'll hold a ballot on whether to strike or not.
Hold a ballot whether to strike or not. Okay, this one.
Casting vote, a
Hmm.
deciding vote usually held by the meeting's chair, cast only when uh, a deciding vote cast only when votes are otherwise equal.
With it.
It yes, it was a tie, so the chair used her casting vote to decide the matter.
And here we have another word.
Chairman, the person who leads or presides at a meeting. Also, chairperson or chair, often preferred. I don't know is especially what is it?
Especially.
Okay,
Especially.
especially when referring to a woman. The chairman ended the meeting by thanking all those who would attend. Who would attend.
Had in a very fast tone who had attended. So this contraction you have to be careful of. It can be had, it can be good. So you just know from the statement, this one is
Right,
had. Okay.
right. Those
Next,
conference. formal meeting or discussion, especially a regular one held by an organization.
The line.
At, at this year's conference, leading scientists will discuss the damaging effect of plastic waste.
So,
Conference call. Telephone call between three or more people in different locations. We have arranged a conference call for 2 o'clock, so please make sure you are available. Consensus. General agreement. There is a growing consensus among shareholders that the CEO's $10 million performance bonus wasn't justified. Decision. A conclusion or resolution to do something, to decide. All decisions made at the meeting must be communicated to our members immediately. Item. A separate point for discussion as listed on an agenda. The next item on the agenda is proposed wage rise for a full-time employees. Matters arising. Item on an agenda for discussion of what has happened as a result of the last meeting. Term meaning the first item is matters arising beginning with the wage rise proposed at last month meeting. Minutes. A written record of everything said at meeting. You can read the minutes of last month's meeting if you want to know what everyone said.
another
Proxy
one.
vote. Proxy vote. A vote cast by one person for or in place of another person who isn't present. How many proxy votes were cast on behalf of absent committee members? Show of hands. Raised hand. Raise hands to express an opinion in a vote. Voting will be conducted by simple show of hands. Unanimous. In complete agreement, united in opinion. After another year of losses, there was a unanimous vote of no confidence in the CEO.
That was all regarding vocabulary that was there. There is some of these. You can make two of lines of these statements, and we'll discuss these next time. I'll send you a page of this so you can
Yes.
be prepared with it. All right. So, what did you learn from the vocabulary today? Can you share it with me?
This is vocabularies are important. I don't know many of those vocabulary. I know terms, but I don't know actual meaning. So I know that by behavior or in meetings we used to say those words, and I know there is something, and I know that the meaning. But now I confidently know that this is meaning of that. So the vocabulary is really important. Anyone should know meanings of
Continue using your vocabulary all the time here, and then it will be a part of you throughout. Okay. So we're gonna end the session here today, right now. Okay.
yes,
And
yes,
I'll see you tomorrow. Same time.
yes. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Have fun. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you.